Hey, Brandy. Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Had to go potty. So, haven't really decided on making anything today, but we are going to make something. I just have to decide what. Isn't that always the case? um, Actually, I have a few things I've been thinking about making, but haven't really got them going yet. One is a pearl necklace. I have, if you guys watch either Randy or Heather, you'll remember this pendant maybe from their advent calendar. And I also have some sort of matching little guys, and I've been thinking of making a pearl necklace with these. A 2-strand pearl necklace because they all have 2 holes. But I haven't done so yet. But I have been thinking about doing so. I think it would make a really gorgeous, wow, this is unlocked. I can't believe I have pearls unlocked. Bad, Rose. So, I have both natural pearls and shell pearls in this box. And then I have some more that were... Anyway, not sure if I'm going to make that yet or not. I was going to make that for our pearl collaboration that we were going to do, but then we have never got to that. We've been having a few problems, so that hasn't happened. I do like to put pearls on the Coriana chain, of which I've got more of. I know we went through this box the other day. We could, I've been thinking about it. I got these key rings from Beadbox Bargains, and I've actually been thinking these would make a lovely purse charm as opposed to a key ring. It does have a split ring on here, but I think I might just use it for putting my sari silk on. And then there's this little dangle piece, which would be great for a bead strand. And this has a nice big clip, so this would be a great purse charm. They did advertise them as key rings, which you could if you wanted to just put a bead strand on the little dangle. Real pearls tend to be a little rough if you rub them on your teeth. Also, unless they're perfectly round, the perfectly round ones are usually, I mean, they're a lot more expensive than the regular freshwater, which have the little lines and stuff in them. They're not exactly round. But yeah, if you rub them on your teeth, they're usually a little rough. That's one way of telling. So, hi, Cynthia. And as far as shell pearls are concerned, they actually look just like glass pearls. The difference is they tend to be a little heavier, and the color doesn't rub off. Because sometimes, you know, with a regular glass pearl or acrylic pearl, you can scrape the color off of them, and then it just goes down to the base piece. But you know, it's, you can do that. It's not something I would advise doing, but you can do it. But you know, I turned those notifications off and they're still coming on. Oh well, no biggie. Anyway, I think we're gonna make a keychain or a purse charm, I should say, with this, with these. One thing I do plan on doing, but I haven't done it yet, is, and I'm not going to do it on camera, sorry guys, is that I have, from Heather, I got these beautiful coral pearls and coral shell pieces. And I figured I might try my first knotting project using these, but I am not going to do it on camera because I've never knotted before and I'm not sure how I want to do these. I love these big shell pieces. Let's turn down, shall we? Okay, there are the big shell pearls, shells that I was talking about. So I have these. These are freshwater pearls. I got the flat side. And Heather gave me these, and I'm thinking, oh, these will be pretty. You just put them inside here. But I want, like one, I was debating just putting them side by side and then finding some focal. But the more I think about it, the more I think, well, just put this one down here and this one on the side and maybe something else on the other side. Well, I do have, I found when I was moving some of my beads around the other day, I have, where are they? There they are. I have this little strand here. Come here. Which is not quite the same color, but they're close enough that they would work with these smaller ones. And I've been debating. I'm not much for doing asymmetrical. Well, here's some loose ones. Let's get those out. But I was thinking of putting a couple of smaller ones over here. A big one down here and a big one over here. So they'd be within it like that. And I think that would be really cool looking. And I might even decide to like throw in some cream pearls to add a little length, though I think this might be long enough. Let's see, how long is this? No, I think we'd want a little bit longer, so I'd probably throw in some cream pearls to or if they'll go on the strand, I also have some little light orange potato pearls. So those might be smaller than I want. I could just go with, whoops, dropped one, shell pearls to go in with it to add a little something. But that's one of my thinkings of something I'm going to do. Like I said, I've never knotted before, and I'm not sure I want to knot on camera, so I probably won't. But so like I say, I've got this color of shell pearl that could go in with them, or I've got this color, which I think might be better because it's a little bit of a difference, a little bit more of a difference in color. I think that would be pretty. Though it would probably be like every 3, one of these guys. And then Down here ways, we put this big shell in here, maybe as 1, 2, and then a third with this one here, sort of like that. And I think it will turn out really, really pretty, but like I said, it will be my first knotting project, and I'm not going to do it on air. Am I using spacers? I will probably, since I'm going to knot it, I might or I might not. It'll depend on what my mood feels like when I do it. I was thinking more in the realm of bead caps, but I have to decide then what metal I want to use for them. This bead wouldn't be in here. This would go in here like so. This big one will go down here at the bottom, and then these two little ones will go up this side. So that's what my so anyway, that's my thinking. And like I said, it will be my first knotting project, so I'm seriously debating how I want to do that. I have 3 colors of knotting material, which I'm considering. There's like a taupe, a pink. I think the pink is too pink. Or I have this orange color. I was sort of leaning towards the orange color, to be truthful. But. Hey, Beth. So, yeah, as far as the bead caps are concerned, Beth, yeah, that would be cool. Now, Randy Brown from Thunder Horse Descendant is always trying to get me to do a knotting project, and I just have never done one. So, since these are pearls, I can't do 2 strands. It would have to be 1. She uses 2 frequently. I don't think 2 would work with these because there are pearls, and pearls have a much smaller hole than the regular beads. So I would probably go with. But I do have some gold double bead caps that we could use in here, or even just a regular bead cap, like maybe around one of them. And then the other one just have the knots. So we'd have to see how that goes. Though if we'd use a double bead cap, of course, we'd have to be doing it, the knots would have to be, I'd have to think about it. Because double bead caps are going to take up space, and they're also, because of the way they are, you couldn't use them in the middle. You'd have to do 2 with the double bead cap and the knot and so on like that. So we'd have to see. But anyway, that's my idea for this one. I think this would work really good with just having this down here in the middle. And this over here, and the 2 small ones in the middle over here. So I could, of course, just use the little spacers on either side with the knot in between if I wanted to do it that way. Hi, Zach. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Tina. You can't knot yet either. I haven't ever tried it. So you rose gold spacers? Do I have any rose gold spacers? I do have these sort of rose gold copper seed beads, which could sit in there, but they're not very big. They're not going to show much, though maybe that's the way we want it to be. And I think I might have some rose gold daisy spacers, but again, they're not very big, but maybe that's what we want, is them to not be very big. Well, these are silver ones beside me, but I've got some bead caps beside me, so let's see what. And so the thinking is, if we use a bead cap, but then that's got a big, pretty good size hole in that bead cap, so we'd have to be careful of that. But we would, of course, use the bead cap. Ooh, come here, you. This one wouldn't work. It's got too big of a hole in it, so we don't want to use ones with huge holes in them. See, it's going to slide right off my end here, just about. I don't think I can get this to go through the pearl with the string in here because, like I say, pearl's holes are pretty tiny, but it would go. And maybe if I'm knotting and I'm doing 3 of these size pearls, I may just want to put bead caps around just this guy. We'll have to debate, right? But I do have these would be pretty with it, wouldn't it? Or this color. But it doesn't give very much in there. But that's maybe what we want, is just a little bit of something in between with the knot. Well, that's a decision for later. The 5mm Ceylon might even be too big for the pearls. Well, if that's the case, we may not be knotting, because well, it's got 2 regular strings through here. Guess there's one way to find out. Come here, you. Where's your end? Oh, looks like my hubby emptied my trash can. That's all right. I got all kinds of crud on the floor. Hey, Renee. No, Rose, do not run that through your fingers. It will be a mess if you do. Let this sit for a while. Let's cut our pearls loose. And if we don't end up knotting, that's all right. With these, that's all right. We'll end up with the. Come on. We'll end up doing it with regular stringing, I guess. It'll still work. Just I was thinking, if I'm going to knot, this is what I want to start knotting with, is this kind of a little guy right here. Down. These little guys are too small? Yeah, I sort of agree. I was just thinking of putting them in to give something between the... Let's see, how you doing? Still damp. I think this is going to be really pretty together, but if it doesn't work to go through, the C-line doesn't work to go through the pearls, well, this will probably go to be a regular knotting project. And then I'll get some, I do have some rose gold, I'm pretty sure, or at least a pale copper in my stuff, so we'll see about going that way out. Still just a teeny bit sticky. We don't want to try it sticky with the pearls. It will definitely won't go through if it's sticky. Let's see. Oh, there we go. These pearls got big enough hole, Kimberly. It's just going to be a single strand. Double won't work. I know that for a fact. So, thanks for the advice, though. I think it'll work. And then we'd have this guy on. Of course, I have to put our spacers in our knots, but it looks like it's going to work. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump the camera. One thing I'm thinking is when we go to put this flower on, because one of the holes is in the divot here, we definitely are going to probably want some kind of spacer there. But this has no knots, so it's definitely not done. I'm just starting it to see how it'll go. See how we need some kind of spacer right there. Da-da-da. Holes are small enough that I have to work some of them. This one doesn't seem to want to go in. But needled silk. Ooh, I do have some somewhere. Question is, where the heck? See, that one doesn't want to go on. It's funny because it's the first one that really objected. This one's on. So it's gonna look sort of like this with knots and some spacers. So, but it is gonna work. So I'm gonna put all these lovelies back in my bag here. I don't think we're going to use these. They're awful tiny, but and they don't want to go on the Ceylon. So I'm going to tie a loose knot on this side so we don't lose all our beads off and into Never Never Land. And we're going to put these back away because we're not doing these. I keep telling myself we're not knotting today because I don't want to try my first knots on camera. Randy asked me if I was going to do it live when I did it, and I looked at her and went, "Are you serious?" No. Oh, yeah, I forgot I had these. This was one of the things I was thinking of using with it. And this might even be better than the cream pearls if we switched it out to, because these are rose gold hematite. Let's see. You guys all go back in the bag. I don't want you to get lost. This is what we call playing with a project rather than doing a project. Oops, did I get that little knot a little too tight there? Come on, get hold of it. Well, I can obviously make a knot. Now can I get the knot back out? Of course, it's not where I want it, but you know. It's one thing I find with these fake nails that some things that I could normally do really easily with my regular nails, I find more difficult to do. There we go. It's coming. Come all the way. Well, maybe it's coming. It looks like it might be starting to fray some. Don't want that. Well, if it weren't for the fact that I still want to use that needle, I'd just cut this. But because it's not that much on this side, but I still wanted to use that needle. But I probably will cut this when I go to do my regular stuff, especially since instead of coming loose, it's getting tighter. Come on, I want you off because I want to see what these look like on here instead of the cream pearls. And then we may not even need any spacers because these would look really great with it. I think, though they are heavy, that's the biggest problem using these is they're really heavy. Where is your end? There it is. Oh, it's one of these dang little wires. You know how I feel about the wires. Instead of that, we can put this in here. I don't know. Oh, I was planning on doing a double knot, hun, because that's what I usually always use as far as knots are concerned. You want to learn from my mistakes? Well, I'll be making them. Do we want to go with some kind of spacer, or do we want to use these hematite? Though I will say these hematite are pretty heavy. They don't feel heavy individually, but when I got them in that big strand there, yowzers, they're heavy. These are too little. So we need to find some other. You want to watch me screw up though, huh? Ah, we can do that. What the heck? Gotta try it sometime, don't I? Now, where's my tweezer? Here's my tweezer. Gotta find some rose gold. Cut this knot off because it's a problem. Gotta find some rose gold spacers. Let's see, it's already fraying. Gotta have a little, but this will go through it. Maybe what I should do is do this, then the 3, and then do one of these guys, and let's get this stuff off here and cut some of the thread. Randy told me 2 arms lengths, so 1, she says that the 2, she says the knots take up a lot of space. So to get 2 arms lengths. So there we go. And we'll needle both ends just in case we need to do that. There, I'll put you guys to the side here. Get this and put it away so it's not in the way. Get another piece of plastic. I'd find the one I already used, but it's who knows where. Here's one. Go up there, guys. I don't want you in the way. We don't need glue them. You think the hematite looks too big? Okay. Well, I'm going to experiment a little, see what we think. Oop, get out of the way. You don't want to be over here. Trust me, you don't. We'll needle our ends here. Whoa. Yikes. Super glue on the floor. Oh, lucky me, it fell super glue up. Okay. You go over there. I need your other side now. Good gracious, I'm going to be lucky if I don't knot the whole string up as I'm working with it here. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing because it's down between my feet, but and now the one with the needle is down on the floor because it fell when I was trying to get this one undone here. Okay, bing. Let's get this pulled up and let it hang a bit while we let it dry some here. No, don't stick to my leg. So what I'm thinking with the hematite pieces is that we would go with the pearls like so. Put one hematite in, then put a pearl, or actually maybe it would be better because of the weight to do it this way. sort of like that, but it's going to have some other little spacers as well, but something like that. I'm glad you got your bracelet mandrels on. They're really nice. So like that. And then when we get down here, it would be the flower instead of the, and so it would just be the hematite every once in a while, the rose gold hematite. And then we'll get some more. I'm pretty sure I have some little rose gold spacers. If not, I have some bright copper ones, which are in effect almost the same thing. We need some more of the cream. These are shell pearls. It's probably more than enough. Mm-hmm. Oop, bump the camera. I got all kinds of various things here. We have some ball spacers. And we also have some rose gold ball spacers, which are very pale. Have some bead caps. Just some regular daisy spacers. Some smaller daisy spacers in a more coppery color. I'm actually leaning towards the more of the coppery color myself. Those might be too small of a bead cap. Hmm. How you guys doing here? Ooh, you're still sticky. This one's all right, though. So let's do a little experimenting before we start knotting and see what we like best. Wow, they don't seem to want to go through now. They went through earlier. May have to cut the end off a little bit. Sometimes it gets a little bit fatter at the end for some reason when you do that. Oh, come on, you bugger. You were going through before. Now you don't want to go through. It doesn't make any sense. It's like it's saying to me, well, I was going to, but I'm not going to now because you were just experimenting. Now you're playing, and now we're not going to. Well, being an ugly duckling. That's weird. Pearls, it's the same thread. Why are you being such a bugger? Okay, that was weird. Okay, whatever. Then we'd have a knot in the next one. And a knot. Are these too small? I do have a bigger size. Let's see if a bigger size would look better. Well, I could have just left that on and put the bigger size on the other side, but we'll see. Okay, I like the bigger size, but I'm not sure when we're knotting if we're going to need all that in there. Hey, Renee. I like those. The tubes I keep my spacers in, I order them from Amazon. Hey, Cindy. So I'm thinking I prefer the big one as opposed to the little one. The little ones are just too little, I think. They don't give enough oomph, so to speak. So we're going to scrape those ones up, put them back in their tube over here. I wanted to see what these spacers look like but I think these ones would only go on because they're smaller on this one, cream pearl. But oh yeah, I gotta get those extra two off there, don't I? So it would go like, come here, you. Come on, behave. And if we're going to use the bead caps on these, the little cream ones, I don't think we need the hematite. So bigger ball spacer, caps around the cream pearls. What do you guys think? So we would go with the knot. This will be the big ones instead of the little ones. Then the knot. Then we have this guy here. And I think we'll drop the hematite out if we're going to use those bead caps because they're putting the color in still. Then we'd have if we think 2 is too much here, we could just do the 1, then the knot, then the bead, and the knot on the other side. And then because even though I like the 2 spacers, I'm thinking it might end up being too big of a gap between. What do you guys think? You think it would be better with the knot between the spacers, so the double spacer with the knot in between right here? We can do that. I'm not real, like I said, this is knotting is not my forte, so we're experimenting as much as anything here. So then we'd go, Heather suggests come on, let me get hold of you. And then a hematite bead here. And then bead cap pearl. Then with the next one of our guys here. Oh, that is pretty. I do like that. Well, we need to take it all off to start with because we want to get rid of these two right here. We're going to want these in here. So we're going to put more space. We're going to put a knot here. So we'll want two more spacers here. I do like the way this looks. We are going to, of course, have a knot in between these guys. I do like this, though. This looks cool. So, yeah, you could go right here and not put any knots in between here. That's true. Of course, if I wanted to be a turd and said, oh, well, you know, I don't like knitting. I meant only doing the bead cap on the outer side of the pearl. So it's, oh, I see what you're saying. Not put these two in here, the two interior ones. I like the interior ones, but we can see what it looks like without it. Sorry, babe. I like the bead caps in there better. Yeah, I like the bead caps in there better. I think it looks cool with the bead caps and then the hematite in there like that. So Randy tends to start in the middle when she starts hers. I assume that's so we can get it all evened out decently. So what we want to do then, of course, is this piece is going to be our middle, or the other one, whichever I choose here. I think this one is a darker color, so it might be better for middle. So we have to put our middle on here. Come on, go in. Uh-oh. Are you going to be difficult because I had to cut you? Where's the other side? Come on, a little bit more. There it comes. Now the other side should be dry, so I'm going to get us evened out here so we're right in the middle there. Okay. Now, because of that little divot here, I'm going to want one of the, that's the teeny ones. We don't want those. Let's get those put away so I don't get them mixed up. No, come back here. Okay, so we want to then want a spacer here. All the way down. Now we want to do, let's see, these strings are so long. This is irritating, sort of. One, and go through again. Let's see how we set up here. There we go. And we go through again. Ugh, where's my baseline? Okay, where's my knot pieces here? Grab hold of the thread. Pull the knot, it'll go down to there. It's not working very well. Come on, you're supposed to go all the way down to where I'm holding it at. That's not working right. Randy makes it look so simple, but this is not simple. It doesn't want to go there. Well, it may not be quite in the center. Pull up. Okay. Well, let's see if I can get the other side better. That didn't work very well for me. Maybe that the strings are just so long that it's becoming a problem, that I can't get it to behave the way I want it to. So down on you. Get up here. You're not here yet. Okay. So we take it and go around once through, just like if you're doing your bracelets, Rose. Come on, go through. Go through. Once. Twice. Big slot. Go here, hold it. Get your tweezer. Pull this so it slides down. Ah, there we go. And then push it down. Got it. Bye, Beth. Okay, so I think are we gonna put one of these here, or yes, we'll put one of these pearls first. Ah, this is the long one that I didn't cut yet on this side, and it needs to definitely be cut. Okay. Okay, I gotta say, I think I like knotting from the other direction better. I guess everybody has a preference to where they're going to, but okay, all the way. Come on, all the way. Why did that not go through? See, that's what I was afraid of. I got my knot screwed up. And it's way up too high. Dang it. Well, poo. Well, this knot didn't work very well. So let's do the others, just work from the other side, because I think this other side worked better for me when I was working it. So let's try the other side here. Let's see if I can get, though I don't know what I'll do with that knot because it's way screwed up, but we'll see. And that was my biggest fear with knotting, was that lovely gap I just put there. So let's go 1, 2, put the tweezer through and grab it where I want it. Pull it up. And then push it down. Now see, that side worked better. This one's just screwy. I gotta just work from this side, I guess, and then we'll worry about this side later. I'm gonna get this string out of my way. See if I can't do something to repair that later. Maybe just knot it again and see if it will go down further. We'll see. But now, I think we'll do this piece here now. Now, do you think we should put a knot here? Or should we just put the rest of the pattern, the hematop? I think we should put a knot. What do you guys think? Hey, Renee. So what do you guys think? Should we put a knot here and then the hematite and the other knot, or should we just put the whole pattern in there and then a knot? Now, if we put the whole pattern in there, when we go to do the other, these ones up the side here, the 3, I'm thinking that we would probably not want to even knot it, just put one spacer between each one as we go up. So most folks are saying, and everybody who's said anything has said put a knot in here. So okay, so now grab the string, push it down, pull our thread. Come on, thread, get back over here. No, don't wrap around the beads. Bring it down to there and then pull it up and push. Okay. The knot is fine because the hematite's half covering it. Over, through, around, through. Put your tweezer through, go down to your bead, hold it so it's gravity pulled. Pull your knot up. Oops, sorry for bumping the camera. That one's a little loose, but Randy said sometimes a little loose isn't bad. Push it down. Now the other side. Go. There we go. One. Come on, through. 2. Put the tweezer in, hold it in place, grab your string, pull it down, and then push it down. There we go. Oh, not bad. Now we're going to our peachy pearls. And we'll go, oh, we do want the spacer, because the other side has one. So, gotta make sure we're doing this proper, like our pattern here. This guy. Go all the way through. There we go, baby. Others. Put the spacer. Where's your hole? There we go. All the way. All the way. Okay. Now round. 1, 2, 2. Come on, go through. There we go. Here, grab our thread, pull our knot down, and then push it down. Thanks, Mary. I may be able to undo the knot if it's not too tight. Yeah. Hope so. Might be able to. We'll see. I don't know if I tightened it before I realized I was way out of line there. So we'll have to see. Okay. Well, I think it could have been fine with just one here. What do you guys think? Before I tie this knot, should I change this to just the purl right here? Or maybe the purl and this one spacer, and so we only have one here, one of the spacers. I'm debating if 2 is too much. So let's take it out and we'll look at it with just one and see if we like just one better. Get back up here. We don't want to lose your bits and pieces here. I just think 2 might be a little too much. So let's come here. Where's the pearls hole? There it is, right there. And one spacer. See? I'm thinking maybe just the one. One spacer? Yeah. One spacer. So yeah, we'll just go with the one spacer on this side of the pearl so that it stays pretty much the same that way. And then we'll do this one more, and then we'll go back into this pattern here. Though if we're doing the one side that has the 2 flowers up it, we may want to go to the flower before do the flower, or just do the one cream, then the flower, leave the hematite out and use the flower as the space. I think that might work. We'll have to look. Okay, so 1. Come on. I think the reason it feels more comfortable doing it from this side is because this is the way I always do my stretch bracelets, from this one side. So, okay, up. Okay, pull you out. Push the knot down. Pearl. Spacer. And are not. So 1, come here. 1, 2, go through, grab here, get hold of your string, hold it up. Come on, go all the way down. You're not going down. Why are you not going all the way down? Come on. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. You're not going to do this. Okay, you're coming undone. You're just being a problem. Yeah, that's what I was thinking I would do, is just flip it around and so that I'm not trying to go from the side, I just flip it over. So now can you behave? I don't know why that not wanted to be naughty. Still sort of wanting to be naughty, but not too horrible. There we go. All right, so there's that first bit. Now we have the other little flower, since we're going from this side, though actually it doesn't matter because they're going to be exactly the same. So do we want to put a cream pearl in and then this flower with no hematite in the middle, as this is sort of substituting the hematite spot? Or do we want to just keep it with the peach pearls? Trying to decide what I want to do here. Keep it with the peach pearls, then go peach pearls, and then the other flower again, and just skip this piece in this side. Debate, debate, debate. I'm gonna see what it would look like with the bead cap. Come on. Bye, Dorothy. Like this. And then we'd have another cream one on the other side with no hematite. Go up one of these strands and then put this other one in here again. This one like this, because this is going to be this side that has 2 of these flowers, whereas the other one's only going to have 1, and we'd go up and get into the middle to put this one in, I think. So you think it looked nice without this one in here? I sort of think it would work either way, but I'm not sure which way I prefer it. Something to think about here. Well, while we're thinking, let's see if I can get this knot out of the other side that I accidentally screwed up. Well, that's going to take some work, so I think I can get it out, but I'm going to have to work at it. So I have to decide, do I want to put this here with the flower, before the flower, or do I want to just leave it without that and then just put the flower? If we do just the flower, I'm thinking we will put this in between the two flowers, do this, another pearl, and then this piece. And maybe not the full set like this, but just this piece to, because we're going to go up to that second flower here pretty soon. So like, maybe like, of course we got little spacers in here too, like this. I need two of those tweezers. Just the flower. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe like this, and then when we get to the other side, we would do the pattern, but then the big flower in the middle, and then the pattern again. So, because this big one's going on the other side instead of two little ones. Though I do have two more little ones if I wanted to do two little ones and save that big flower for something else, but that's my thinking right now, is we'll do this like this. So we'll take these guys off. Come on. all the way. Then we're going to put the flower on. And because it has that little divot there, we're going to put the we'll put the spacer on right here, the regular spacer. Though we could just put a knot, but this matches up down here better that way. Then we'll put this one with the spacer and then this guy. So I think that's how we're going to do it. It is. I also have some gray ones, Heather. Yeah, but it was just really weird that I did have some that pretty well perfectly matched. So over once, twice, get the tweezer through, grab the knot, pull the thread up. Don't pull that stunt again, because you're this weird little stunt where it's only grabbing, it's not all going through. Oh, there it goes. And push down. Okay, so now we're going to put on this guy. No, it's the pearl first. With a spacer. Now we're not, then this guy, the other pearl. Okay, so 1, 2, grab the thread with the tip through, pull it down, let it loose, bring it. So far, so good. Now put this guy in. Other way. You may convert me to a knotter. Ooh, gray. Yeah, gray would be pretty too. I could have put the gray in here, but I decided just to go with the orange. But I'll show you the gray later. Okay, we're going to do 1 and 2 and get it through here. Grab it with the tips of your pliers, because I think that's why I'm getting that bag in there a little bit. And down and push. Ta-da! Now this pearl's going to need a spacer on both sides. Unless I put both pearls on with this one, which I could do. Actually, that might work just fine. Just putting a spacer on one side of this pearl and then putting both on that with that. Either way works fine. And then this will go right here. So then we go 1, 2, grab it with the tweezer. Come on, baby. Pull it down. And give her a push. Ta-da. Now we're going to put a spacer on either side of this big pearl, or the shell here. Let's see, do I care which way? I think we'll go with this, the bottom down this side now. And then the other spacer. Though, since we're going to go to 3, I could just do knot this here and then go like we did here with the spacer pearl, spacer pearl. I think that might be what I do. So, what do you guys think? You're loving it. See how long we've been on. Ooh, an hour and a half. I'm going to do this one knot, and then I think we'll go off and we'll work on it again tomorrow. While we're off, I am going to see about getting the knot out of the other side, so that when we come back tomorrow, we can do either side, or we can finish this side up, which might be a good thing, and then go to the other side, however we decide. This might be a multi-day project, though. So there's that guy on. But then we'll go to the 3 pearls like this color. When Randy asked me if I was going to do this on air, I said no. How embarrassing. I'll screw things up. And now I am sitting here doing it on air. Okay, hold it up. Let gravity pull. Pull her out. Push her down. Okay. Flip over the other way. Ooh, that's got a little grayish on it. So we're looking like this so far. Not sure how long I've got that. Let's see. It could go a few more inches, so that's fine. It depends on how long we end up wanting to make it. We'll probably make it at least 22 to 24. So this one, of course, is going to be, I think we'll put both spacers in with this pearl, because we do need to have the spacer on the other side of the other one. So we'll go spacer, pearl, spacer. On this side, oh, I don't think I have any more loose. This is the one that didn't want to go on, I think. Oh, it went on fine. So one, two. Come on, 2. Let's do 2. Grab with the tweezer. Push it down. Pull up. Oops. That fell out, but it fell out right as we needed it to, so no problem. Then we'll go pearl. Spacer. One, 2, 3, grab, pull up, and push. So now we're going into the pattern again. So it'll be this pattern down here we're going to put in now. Thank you, guys. Yeah, sometimes it does help to have some other folks along to help you with your, now what the heck am I doing wrong? It's like Kimberly told me exactly what to do up there. I saw that. Thank you, Kimberly. And like I said, I was going from the wrong side for me because I do tend to have specific sides that work better for me when I'm doing anything. So doing that knot that I screwed up over on the other side, I was going from the wrong side for me. So I do need to do what I'm doing and then flip it over so that I can do it from the other direction. So I said I was going to be done, didn't I? Well, maybe in a minute. I don't want to encroach into Heather's time. So there we go. Push it down. Now the hematite. This side's not getting a lot of hematite, and that's all right. It doesn't need a lot, especially since the hematite's heavy. Now we'll do the hematite, the other white, and then we go back into the 3 again. One, 2. Come on, go through. Hold of it. Pull it up. Push it down. Now the white one again with the bead caps. I think it's looking pretty good. So 1, 2, 2, go through 2. Hold it. Straight up. Come on. That knot slipped, so we want to pull it down a little bit more than that. Oops, come here, you. Push it down. Ah, it's fine. So now we're going back to the, it's a little looser than I would like it, but it's not too bad. It'll be all right. Now we go back to these guys. Spacer. One of you guys. Oh, that's right. I retied the knot. And now it doesn't want to come off. Well, we'll cut it back off again. Come on, all the way down. I'm liking it so far. So I'm going to tie this one, and then, like I say, we're going to go off. I know where we're at now, I'm pretty sure. We'll come back tomorrow to, did I get that through twice? I don't think I did. Nope. I'll go through the second time. There we go. And I let it slip off again, but that's all right. It's close enough too. There we go. So the next one would be the three beads. So better be for me and not for sale since it's my first one. I'll have to think about it. Depends on how nice it turns out. If it turns out really nice, I might sell it just because. But this next one would be the, oops, would be the falling off of the desk is what it would be. Would be the, like this one with the two spacers. And come here. There you go. Actually, we may do these last two on this side because I'm not sure if we're going to end it here or not. So we'll have to see how long it's getting to be and whether we're going to keep going on this side. We've got enough cord that we can, though I think that we're uneven cord on one side or the other. I'm not sure which is shorter, this side or that side. And there's no way to tell right now because we've been putting a ton of knots in it, so it's not going to tell us whether we were short on this, whether we're shorter on one side or the other right now. So Randy told me when I asked her, I said, help, how much cord do I need? And she said, at least a wingspan and a half, but better to have two just in case. So touch off. And so by all rights, if this is long enough, this might be where I end this side. So that's why I'm going to stop today here until I get that knot out after we're on. I'll do my best to get the knot out of the other side so we can go on on the other side and then see how long we get to be when we get the other side put together. So that's what we're looking like so far. And I'm pretty pleased with it so far. So I gotta, like I say, gotta see if I can get this knot out so that we can finish up this side over, go to this side over here. But we'll come back to this tomorrow. And I hope everybody has a lovely evening. I think Heather's supposed to be on in about 15, 16 minutes. And and so we will go on. I'll baggy this all back up, except for I will try and get this knot out of this other side before I'm not sure I can get this re-knotted here, and that's fine. We'll just put everything in the baggie. And so we have it for tomorrow. I'm only actually going to need 2 or 3 of these hematite beads. I'll put 4 in just to be on the safe side. Put the rest of them away. And I probably only need like 5 or 6 of these, but we'll put everything in here and we'll get we'll just leave this sitting on my desk. I will baggy those back up in their bag if I can see what I did with it. It was a gemstone bag. So anyway, we're going to turn up here for a second. So my first knotting projects, and I think you guys saw me make some of my mistakes, and I think though I think it's turning out pretty good. I'm pleased with it. Hopefully I can get that knot out of the other side that I screwed up. second knot, screwed it up. And we'll see you all tomorrow to work on it some more. And hopefully we'll get it finished tomorrow and it will turn out so nicely, hopefully. Anyway, we'll see you all later and have a lovely day. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.